Hey, my friends, welcome or welcome back. I am Joanna, and I am so glad you are here. Yes, I do all of this and then some here at Joanna's DIY Life. But today I'm in a collaboration with my sweet friend Tiffany for Tag Tuesday with Tiffany. Don't that just have a ring to it? Tag Tuesday with Tiffany. Sound like I'm on a game show. But anyway, let's just make some gorgeous tags, okay? These are so fun. Let's get crafty. So, we're going to be doing some tags. I'm doing this live. These are from the Dollar Tree. These have their holes punched out. Most of these do not. But anyway, you can get these. They were $1. I'm almost positive they were $1.25, but I got a ton. See? I got quite a few tags. And that's what I'm going to be using. But in case you don't have tags, let me show you an easy way to make tags, okay? First of all, these are about yay big. So, a basic little tag like this is, let me see, 1.5 by a little over 2.5. 1.5 by a little over 2.5. So, I need to cut these at 1.5. So, let me get my cutter here. Sorry, y'all. Not prepared. I got a sweatshirt on. It's probably hot outside now, but I was freezing this morning, and I just went and changed my clothes. So, what did I say these had to be? There it is. Oh, 1.5. A little over 1.5. My bad. Excuse me. So let me get this thing up. So a little over, I'd say about 1 5/8. That's what I'm going to cut them at. 1 5/8. How many can I get out of here? There's 1. 1 5/8 again. Yeah, I got this off. I don't know where I got it. I just don't. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Let me set this. Let me hang it right back here. I have to get up to get that because my arms. All right, this is a tag edge template. Now, I'm sure that you have seen these before. You take a debit card, credit card, whatever, old card, and make one. This is chipboard because I don't have cards. So what you do is you line it up, okay? Line it up here. Make sure it's even Steven, as even as you can possibly get it. And just snip your sides. Try not to cut your cardboard. Flip it over. Make sure you have the right side. What side did I do? Yeah, it was this side. And then you have a tag. Okay? Perfect tag. Alright. Then all you got to do is just take your hole punch, crocodile, whatever you have, whatever. You can get an inexpensive little hole punch anywhere. I usually get mine at Hobby Lobby. And just punch your hole. So anyway, this is convenient. We've got these tags. We're going to use these tags, and I'm going to make 4 just the same. Okay? So what I do for one, I'm going to do for the other. Okay? So what I'm going to do first is knock this hole out because they're not out of there. Okay? Got my holes out of there. I need a paper trash bin right here. That'd be awesome. Let's get this out of my way. All right, first things first, I'm going to take this paper right here. Just a little 6x6 piece of scrapbook paper. And I'm going to take my tags, and I'm going to take my Aleene's industrial strength glue. You want a good glue. I got Scotch Permanent. I have got extra strength permanent. This one, yeah, I got a lot of glues, people. I do. Let me just, since they're bigger, let me use this right here. Sorry, my watch is going off. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do the card, or the tag. Let me see if this goes a certain way. I don't feel it does. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm actually going to draw a line across here. Because that just makes it easier for me so I don't waste so much paper, right? So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go about that ways all the way across, okay? And I'm just gluing my paper, all right? I'm gluing my paper to lay my cards down. And then you just push them down in that wet glue, okay? And we'll worry about cutting them out in a minute. Alright, now I got glue. I can lick it and stick it later. And then I need one more. Now you can do whatever you want to cover your cards. And then when I get those on, I am just going to roll over these to burnish them down in that paper. I love this one. It's washable. It's very nice. And yeah, now I got glue everywhere. So let me clean up my mess, okay? Because I am a messy, 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 messy crafter. I ain't even gonna lie. So let me clean this mess up. Now you can use a paper trimmer to do this. I'm just gonna use my good old scissors. And y'all, I got these. I do have the Fiskars brand. But I got these at the Dollar Tree, and these are what I use most of the time. They're for pruning or whatever. I don't know what they're for, really, but I love them. I really do. I don't know. I do love them. Now, when you're cutting, make sure you don't cut your tag, because that's easy to do. That's why some people would, and I'm just leaving my corners. Now, you can round your corners if you want to. I am not, because I'm going to use a corner rounder to make sure they're all even, because I can't round a corner to save my life. Nope, can't do it. So, I can cut a straight line and cut the tag top off. That's easy right there. Like I said, don't cut your tag. And then I'm going to take this corner rounder. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I think they fit in this one right here, which is a R7. And if it doesn't, it's going to punch it out for me. And then I'm going to round my corners. So, that's what I'm going to do. And then my crocodile, okay, you can use a punch and punch your hole bigger. But I'm going to be putting something in there, the rivets. So, I'm going to use my crocodile. And I'm going to use this bigger one, because that's what size the thingies are. And I'm just going to punch my hole out, okay? So, that's what I'm going to do to all these tags. And I'm leaving the blank back. I'm leaving the back blank. So, I'm going to cut the rest of these out, okay? Okay, now I have a hodgepodge of randomness rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around this big old flower here and get these vines on this side. So I'm going to do 2 with these vines, okay, and then I'm going to do 2 with some random flowers. I almost said random followers. I don't know if I'm going to use these, because it's just not, or these, I don't know. So I got 2 sets, so I can put 2 on each one. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, all I'm going to do is take these rub-on transfers, okay, and then I'm going to put these down, and I'm going to center them up where I think they would look best. Trying to get the most out of my transfer, you know what I mean? So then I'm going to rub it down. It usually doesn't take much with these Dollar Tree transfers, because they usually go on pretty good. Of course, I don't usually put them on paper, but yeah, they're going on quite nice. Okay, we could put that down. If you see it's not sticking, you just go over it, you know, and stick it. It's no big deal. And then I am gonna stick these randomly around here. Like, these can go up here, and that would look fine, and that would fill in up there. See what I'm saying? We're just gonna fill it in. And then, oh my Lanta, we're just gonna put these little bits right here, because it's on there and we need to get them off. So those go nicely right there. And then, you know what, sugar, we got oh honey, dun 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 dun, where are my little tweezers? I'm just gonna go take the sweatshirt off. I was freezing this morning, and now I'm getting hot in here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh, looky, looky. And now some of it went over the edge, so I'm going to take my little sander here and just scrape that off, because I don't want that there. And what I do to one, I'm going to do to the other ones, okay? So when I do, well, like I said, what I do to one, I'm going to do to the other. So I'm just going to do the one for you, and then we'll go from there. So once I get the transfer on, I'm going to take black soot, distressed oxide, because this is black. I'm going to take and go around my edges, and this is going to cover up the white on that, okay, and just darken those edges a little bit and give it a more distressed look. These are going to be beautiful tags. I'm telling you, they are. I already know. Okay, so you got this tag. See the edges? See the difference there? There's a huge difference after I ink. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm going to do this to the other 3 after I go change my shirt, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so those transfers feel weird, so I'm just going to give them a light sanding to knock down whatever that coating on them is, because it felt really weird. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, all right, I'm going to ink these 3. I didn't have enough, but I did fill them in pretty good. And I got rid of all those transfers, so yeah. So let me ink these, and I'll be right back again. Okay, so we got this far. We're inked, okay? So now I'm going to find some shallow, which is short. I have short ones and long ones. I've got a ton of these. I've had them for a very, very, very long time. But I want the shorter ones because I'm going into paper. And, woo, paper is not very tall. So I'm going to try to find the short, fat ones by digging through my stash. And I hate this. I really do. That's a tall one. That won't work. So let me find these. I need to sort better and get long ones out of short ones and short ones out of long ones and stuff like that. But I just don't have the room, and I don't have enough. Man, somebody's roaring down the road. I don't have enough boxes to do that stuff. Oh, that's a long one. Oh, hot dog. I hate it when this happens. I hate it. If y'all know a better solution, please let me know. Because, oh, long one. This just gets on my nervous system, I'm telling you. Is that a short? No, it's a long one. There's a short one right down in the corner. Watch me. There's one. Woo! Glory. Alright, don't want to do that again. Yeah, I gotta find a better system. Is that short? Yes. So now I'm gonna take my crocodile, because I did it to that thing, and all you gotta do with these is just stick them down. Whoops. Stick them down in your hole here that you created with your crocodile. And then take your crocodile. There's one piece that goes through it and one piece that crimps the bottom. See? See the long piece that goes through it, and then it smushes together. So you got to put the long piece through the hole, like that right there. And then all you do is smush. And it's perfect every time. You know, I know these crocodiles are kind of expensive. They're cheaper on officesupply.com, I think. Or sometimes they have a Michaels one that was on sale. Let me see if it's still on sale. I'll tell you. Okay, so Amazon, this is in my Amazon store. It is $28, okay? And then you go on Michaels. Michaels one is $27, but you get 20% off if you put this code in. They say it's pretty good. It's by Recollections. So there's that option, okay? And then on, where am I? Office, it's $26.24 for the crocodile, okay? And you get free shipping. But look at these eyelets, y'all. Oh my goodness, I love these wide eyelets. I actually bought some. But anyway, yeah. So, there you go. That's for the crocodile. And I'm telling you, this is the best, easiest eyelet setter or hole puncher thingy I've ever had. It goes through God knows what. Everything. But it just punches with ease. And it's like flawless every time. So I wrote these and printed them out on my computer with my, my laser jet printer so that it wouldn't bleed. But I definitely want I am hand-picked, because that just fits with the flowers, right? So, and these are just affirmations, you know, just beautiful affirmations. So I think I'm going to do I am treasured, I am hand-picked, I am, let's just say I am redeemed. I mean, let's just say I'm redeemed. I need one more that would like go with the flowers or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just going to put I am not weary. I am not weary. So I'm going to tear these out. When I tear them out, they're going to leave a white edge. That's very undesiring to me. I'm going to save those pieces because you never know. So I'm going to take my, I think I used Vintage Photo on here. Yep, I did. So I'm just going to get my Vintage Photo, and I'm going to get ink all over my fingers because this is paper. It's just computer paper, and it's very thin. But I'm going to ink my edges, and you have to hold it real tight. And again, I'm going to show you the difference. I'll give you an inked one and a non-inked one, okay? Can you see? Is it going to focus for me? I don't know if you could tell. Why has it got to have something bigger to focus? I just don't get it. Now you see the difference? Stupid thing. Okay. So I'm just going to ink my edges. Okay. And then I'm going to glue these on here on the side. Alright. I almost put my wrong one on there. I'm going to glue these right to the side right there. So I'm going to use my tweezers, and I'm not going to use stick glue because I'm going to make a mess. I'm going to drop my paper. Let me get my card tweezers here. Y'all, hold on. Let me find it. I got a mess. I really do. My drawers are stuck. Oh, that sounds funny, don't it? My drawers are stuck. Oh, my drawers are stuck. What in the world has got it stuck? Okay, so I got my crafting tweezers, so I don't gotta fidget with it. I won't let it go. These are my Cricut tools, but I don't do Cricut no more. So I'm just gonna, this is art glitter glue. Now, I've got an order of Barely Art coming in because I'm not sure, but I have heard that that's a better glue. So we're gonna see. So I'm gonna put I Am Redeemed right here. And y'all, I'm gonna make sure I get a hand picked on one of these two right here. I am not worth. No, I am treasured. Yeah. I am redeemed. I am treasured. I am handpicked. Well, Weary don't go with that. What goes with that? Treasured. I am beloved. Yeah, I am beloved. That sounds better. I am his beloved. My bad. Let me just get my vintage. It should have it on there. And it does. Y'all, now my air come on. It hadn't been on all day. I told y'all it was hot earlier and had changed. Now my air come on and I'm cold. Go figure, right? So I'm gonna glue these on here. Okay, y'all ain't gotta watch all that. I will tell you with this art glitter glue, it dries fast. You don't have much wiggle room, if any, to get your stuff on there. So just be aware. Okay, so now I took and I made these crosses on my X tool, but you can use any embellishment that you want to, okay? This is just what I have, and that's what I'm doing. As soon as I find my marker. This is a white metallic marker. I got this at Dollar Tree years ago, but, you know, I went over these with Antique Wax by Waverly. Why can't I think? Because I'm trying to concentrate. I can't think when I concentrate. So I'm just going to rub that and kind of, well, that was still too wet. After you let it dry, you rub it a little bit and blend it in. And then it gets a little shadowed. And I'll show you the difference in these, maybe. You see where one's white, got the white around it? Yeah. So I'm going to do that to my crosses. I'm going to take a Sharpie, and my stitches are not good. I'm just going to tell y'all. I'm just going to take and make little stitch lines on here. My stitches are uneven. If this was a sewing machine, I sew, so, you know, that thing would be broken. Seriously. I'll have a long stitch, short stitch, skip stitch. My tension ain't right or something, I don't know. But this just gives them a little something. If you don't want stitches, you could doodle around it, or you could just leave it like it is. I forgot to ink the back, but I will ink the back like I did the front. Just around the edges, like this. Okay? I need a new dauber. Mine's falling apart. And these will go in your journal so that you can actually journal on them. Jot down a note or a little saying or whatever. You know, you might feel something about this and then write it on the back. That's totally up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and ink the rest of these on the back. So here are what the backs look like. And I just grunged them up a little bit so they weren't so plain. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I want my crosses on there, but I want... where is my... Right here. I want some of this on there. I'm thinking that's too bright, so I might do white, and this is just gauze. What is in there? Oh, lace ribbon. I don't need that in there. I went to my daughter's house, so I took all this stuff with me. like something crazy, and now it's all a mess. But anyway, oh, you know what? I got a really light pink. Let me grab that. I just bought this package, and I took it out of the package, and I thought, this is going to be a mess. So I rolled it in a ball and stuck a pin in it. And that's how I hold it in there in the basket. I got this one, a green one, a tan one. No, I don't know what I got. But I just need a little piece. I've got several of them. I just need a little smidgen. Just, oh, it's sticking to my nasty fingers. Okay. Just a smidgen. Alright, now I put that back in there. Toss it back in my basket and lose something else. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful being a crafter? You got all this stuff in your room. So I'm just going to cut off a piece. And it really looks like a little white, like a little light piece. And I'm just going to double it up here. I don't want to cover up my, let me see. I want it frayed, but I don't want it covering up my, his beloved there. So I'm just going to use hot glue. I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue. And I'm going to smush that right down in that hot glue. And then I'm going to take a cross. And I'm going to use hot glue since I got this down there. And I'm just going to glue across like that right there. So I'm going to do that on the other 3. Okay. And this is just a little shabby. I like it sticking out a little bit. Not so much here, but just a little bit. So we're going to get that done. And they look like this. Can you see? Probably not. I don't even know why I try. So I have a bag of random paper flowers, and I picked 4 out of there. I'm going to try to carefully remove this ball from the middle without tearing up the flower. That one came out easy. And woo, doggy. Okay, I'm going to glue this flower to right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my beads here. I got these at Dollar Tree a couple months ago, and these are for nails. It's nail art. I thought, nails? No. No, nails. No, no, no. I don't want the... Yeah, I do want these yellow ones. I thought, nails? No way. We are using them for junk journaling. Okay, I can't find my original dot thing. I'm losing everything. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm just going to use this one here. So I'm going to grab one. I'm going to put a tiny amount of hot glue. Shove it down, let it set, pull it up. There's a little tiny bit of glue come out. We'll just pick it off, no big deal. I'm going to do that to the rest of them. This right here has a piece of that sticky putty. It was a pin and it wasn't good anymore. So the piece, actually it was one of these and the thing fell out. But anyway, put a piece of that, you know, that sticky caulking stuff that you stick stuff on the wall with. It's blue or white. I put that in there, and that's what picks up my gems like a charm. See? Picks them up like a charm. Okay, let me just show you. I darkened up the edges of the little pink flowers. Can you see that? No. Why do I try? Honestly. Anyway, sometimes what I see is not what you see. I realize that when I edit the video, it looks totally different. So now I'm going to take this chiffon ribbon. I bought this for my daughter's wedding. And I'm going to cut this long. I don't know how long. It's about 8 inches. So I need 4 of them. So I'm just going to put it up there. It really doesn't matter. Just cut it the same length as you're cutting. You know what I mean? As the other one. That's what I mean. It ain't got to be perfect. It's handmade. Is it perfect? No, it's handmade. That's what makes it unique and beautiful. Yes, it does. Okay. So now, let me cut my angle of my ribbon. And I'm going to heat set this before I put it in. Okay? So that way it doesn't fray on me. If I can get my lighter to work. Oh, man. Okay. So now I'm going to take these 2. I'm going to squeeze it together. I'm going to put it through the front. And then I'm going to bring it back. Make a hole here. and then run this through it and draw it up, and then pull them apart. And there's my little pull tab for when you put them in or on your journal. I would, since their cross and stuff is on it and it's 3D, I wouldn't shove it down in a pocket per se. I would just decorate with it, or I would tack these down, and then you could flip it up and write on it and flip it back down. That way you can see what you journaled. So I'm going to put my tops on the rest of these. And there are these 4 tags completed. Yay me. Okay, y'all. I was doing one of the tags that I made. Okay. And I got to ink the back. I'm going to leave this one, I think, where you can journal on it. It's just pretty. So I'm using all my transfers, and I didn't want to show y'all that because it's just transfer after transfer after transfer. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm just using these leftover transfers, just trying to get rid of them. But it was bare down here, and I don't like it. So I got into my teeny tinies, okay? These were too big because I was going to put this here. I am free. And it's too big. I just don't care for it. I could have peeled it down and made it smaller. But I didn't think about it. I really didn't think about it, but I could have. But these are cute. It's got brimmed with confidence, and these are so tiny. I got them in some Tim Holtz ephemera thing. This one says the little things. This one says peace and happiness. I really like the peace and happiness. So I think I'm seriously going to put the peace and happiness right down there, and I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. You can always fill it in. You can get pages from magazines. I mean, words from magazines and put there just whatever makes you happy. So I'm going to put peace and happiness right here. And that just puts a little something, something down in there. You know what I'm saying? Love it. And, now I got to find something for up there because I don't know what to do. But I put a butterfly over here. This was a random butterfly, but maybe it's okay. What do y'all think? I don't know. It needs something. I don't know. Let me see what I can find. Okay, so I'll tell you what it needs. I broke my nail trying to open this distressed ink from Tim Holtz. Them lids are no joke. But it needs a little bit of script. So I've got this little script stamp, okay? And don't judge how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to touch it on here a little bit. And I'm simply going to just stamp. You can't see what it says, so it doesn't even make, you know, it don't make no difference what's on there. Oh my, that's just making it beautiful. Oh, I got ink on my peace and happiness. That does not make me peace and happy. I gotta clean my stamp, but yeah, but that makes a big difference. Look at it. Can you see it? Why? Let me see. Oh, maybe I need to start doing them like that. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Light, airy little stamp. Now let me clean my stamp. Okay, so this is funny but not funny. So I had these reinforcement labels, right? From Avery, bought them at Walmart. So I tried every marker I had to try to match it as best I could with that bow. And it ended up being one metallic marker that actually worked. So I'm just gonna try to center this up as best I can, stick that thing down. It matches better than any of the rest of them. I tried every pink I think I had, but anyway, I got them when I need them. But anyways, so I put that down and I cut some baker's twine because it matches the gray writing. And I'm just going to try to shove all this through this hole here. If I don't get them all, I'll get them all second round. Pull them till they're even. Okay, and then I got to make sure I get all these in my finger. I think I got 4 of them. And then run all this through. And I wanted this to look kind of like a tassel. Kind of, sort of. That's just the way I wanted this one. You do you, boo. Now, I'm going to stick a little glue here because this is not secure to me. Not there, you dummy. Now, I know that'll be secure. So, yeah. So, there we go. There's another one done. These are so easy peasy to spit out. And you can actually put this in a journal and write on it. Because I don't have anything on the back or the front that would deter that from going down in a pocket. You know what I mean? Okay, y'all. I've been going tag crazy. I'm not even kidding. I was finishing these ones that I cut out. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. This one looks a little wonky. I didn't realize I'd done that. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. Is it perfect? No. Is it handmade? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, because they look a little bare, okay, and I was just trying to use all my transfers, and I put some little tags on them, and I'll show you later in the final reveal, but I got this teeny tiny little butterfly, okay, and I got my Stays On ink, and I am just going to add some butterflies, because it's a little bare. So this one, I put a butterfly in it. This one has a butterfly. This one has nothing. So I'm going to add a little butterfly over here. Stamping it right on top of the transfers. It's okay. It is okay. And just adding my little blubber thighs. Blubber thighs. That's not blubber thighs. That's what I got. Blubber thighs. I'm not putting anything on this little guy. Okay. And then, oh no, I went to rub that on my skirt because I'm wearing a nasty skirt and I lost it. So I'm going to have to find that, because that was the cutest little butterfly ever. But let me get my tops on these. I'm not going to be as exuberant as this one, but let me get my tops on and I'll be right back with you to show you the final reveal, okay? Y'all don't forget to check out Tiffany. I'll have her linked in my description box. Okay, y'all, this is a mess, but this is the only way I know how to show you. But here's all my little taggies for Tag Tuesday with Tiffany. These I did the other day, but listen, I'm going to tell you what I did, okay? These are rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree, all of it. These are word ones. These are the others, and then I just added some butterflies and some other transfers to fill it in a little bit. These you can journal on the back, put it in a you know, like a flower journal or something like that, gardening journal. And then if you like that, and then these I did the other day, and they said I am not what I did, and these are gray flowers done the same way that, and this one says I am not my past. I am who God says I am. I am no longer a slave to fear. I absolutely love these. And then I love these. I just did a pink flower with these. I'm redeemed. I am handpicked. I am treasured. And I am his beloved. And then these, I added a transfer to that, and then my little butterfly stamp you seen me doing, I just added a word to that, and I really didn't add much to that, but all these were the same flower transfer except this one. Aren't they gorgeous? I love them. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you ever know. You are a blessing. Until next time. Goodbye.